drug and alcohol addiction is, for me, is being addicted to the drugs and the alcohol and not knowing the way out. And, waking up day to day and having to have it. I couldn't cope with life on life's terms. I always have to have some sort of mind and mood altering substance in my system, in my body and in my mind to get me through life at a level keel. So that's, in a nutshell, that's what drugs and alcohol addiction is to me. I'd have to have heroin because, I was sick. I was very, very sick, and so I'd either steal the money. I had various jobs, but all that money that I got went on the drugs. So the criminal activity come into the equation, and I'd always be looking to get money, whether it was illegally or not legally. And life was a bloody drag. Always scamming to get money, and wasn't good.
So, yeah, what effect does that have on, your work life, your lifestyle, friends? I mean, what effect does that have? When you're taking heroin every day, or you're drinking every day, I mean, that would have a serious effect on
astronomical effect on the body. We'll start on the body. On the body was I was 140 kilos. So, compared to what I am now, I'm just over 90.
Yep.
But 30 years ago, 130 kilos.
Yep.
It was a drag just to get out of bed and walk to the letterbox or make breakfast. It was a challenge to be alive. And thank God for certain things that I put into my life. If you didn't have the money, and you knew the dealer had the drugs, they'd play sort of God. They knew they could hold you to ransom and give you and they'd give you the drugs eventually, but they'd bump the prices up. So it was a terrible existence. That's all it was. It was just an existence, being totally addicted to drugs. The lowest point was when I had a near-death experience. I was walking down the road, and I took a fit, like convulsion. I ended up on the ground, shaking, and it was totally due to too many drugs and alcohol. And I woke up in the hospital, and I said to the doctor, I didn't recall anything about it, and I asked the doctor, and he told me what happened. He said, you've had a nervous reaction and a mental reaction to drugs and alcohol. You're lucky you're not dead. Well, or any normal person would think, would listen to that and go, oh, geez, I better, pull up with the drug and alcohol use. But I didn't, So I took another jail sentence, and when I got out, I was, I met someone while I was in there, and I attended AA groups and stuff like that. And when I got out, I had somewhere to go to help me in my journey of recovery. Yeah. A few years ago, I got diagnosed with hepatitis C of the liver. Now, a doctor said to me, he said, if you don't stop using drugs and drinking hard, you'll be dead in 5 years for sure. No doubt about it. So that scared me into, because I was in my late 30s, and I thought, he's right. He's a doctor. So he suggested I do this hepatitis C treatment. Did that, didn't work. But I during the treatment that I was given, I didn't use drugs or alcohol, and I had about 6 months up, And during that time, I started feeling better in myself. But I did a few other things, like I did the gym. I became a Christian, which I always was a Catholic, but I became a Christian, became a Salvo soldier. I went to AA groups, went to NA groups, looked a bit at my diet. Exercise was a big factor in my life then. And I just got with people, you know, like different sort of groups, you know, like volleyball groups. I got into a volleyball group, I got into exercise, you know, swimming, just all sorts of different activities. And, you know, that's what's kept me on the straight and narrow, but it stimulated my mind, because I found out about 15 years ago, I was doing the 1,000 steps, an exercise program up in Ferntree Gully, and I was halfway up these 1,000 steps and I got my heart rate pumping. And I thought, geez, this is a bloody good feeling. It got the, you know, what they say, what the medical profession say, got the endorphins flowing. And it did. And I'm not kidding you here, but I was clean and sober about 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years. I went home that night, I went to bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night thinking I've had a hit of heroin. I didn't have a hit of heroin. It was the exercise that I'd done the day before that made me feel like I was stoned. And that prolonged feeling of being, you know, like stoned, which I wasn't, was still going right through the night, through the sleep. So I was addicted to doing the 1,000 steps and the exercise. So, you know, that was one of the contributing factors in my recovery. You know, the overwhelming good feeling with getting that heart rate up. I reached a health problem in my life, and that produced me to change, if you like. Some people go to jail 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times. And they, in their heart of hearts, they say to themselves, well, I'm sick of coming here, you know, I want to change, you know. Self-talk helps a lot of people, you know. They get to an age, like, I got to about 38, 39, and I've analysed my life, and I thought, well, you know, I'm 38, you know, isn't it time to change, you know?
Yeah.
Along with, you know, my health, and I did. I'm a person that used drugs and alcohol for nearly 40 years. And my story saying that I did that is, I'm testimony that it is possible to stay in recovery and doing those things, and you get better at one day at a time, you know. But I listened to other people that were struggling with their recovery, and they said, oh, Tony, try this, Tony, try that. So listening to other people helped me too, you know, and asking for help. You're not alone when it comes to addiction, you know. It's a menace in society, and you know, I've been there. I went to rehab, but you know, it took a lot of false starts for me, but I finally got to rehab, and rehab helped me out. You know, I can recommend drug and alcohol rehabs. All I can't do is not drink. I can still go to the casino, play up, get in the car, I just don't drink and I don't use drugs.